testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Headset 1, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, testing headset 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing headset 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's a lot different. You're good? Okay, we're good to go. I just told him to try to get connected with whatever he gave me and not record it. And he asked me, we just assumed it's hardwired here, the way we give it to him. Okay, so that's what's going on. I can start it. Sorry, high school, middle school.
All right, welcome here to the Prep Hoops Ohio, 270 Hoops, Southeast Ohio Hoops, Route 33 Challenge, live at Logan High School at the state-of-the-art Chieftain Center. I'm your host, Zach Fleur of 270 Hoops, and today I am joined by Seth Keim, Primetime Keim of Southwest Ohio Full Court Podcast. Yes, it's a great podcast. If you guys haven't listened to it, I was on it last year. He and Tony Peters do an outstanding job just talking about that area and going through basketball. So Seth, good turnout here today. What are you excited for?
I'm just glad to get some of these kids that are out here some additional exposure. You come from Columbus, we come from the Dayton region, two of the better covered areas in the state. So I think this is a really unique opportunity for guys down here to get some of that exposure that they, may not have been given the opportunity to have before. So for me, I think that's an awesome opportunity for these kids. Really looking forward to catching some of these kids that we haven't been able to see before.
Absolutely, and especially with COVID happening too, this is an under-recruited part of the state as it is. So when you throw a pandemic in there where it shuts down AAU tournaments, it really muddies the waters. So just very excited that we were able to get this thing going. Tony's done a great job getting it organized, and I was happy to be able to help out too and provide some of my insight from running events for a long time. But we're getting started here on Court 1. This court will be live broadcasted. Court 4 was our second stream. We're having some connectivity issues out there, so that one will be recorded, and we will have that go live later today. So coaches that are looking to watch Court 4 on our 270 Sports channel, that will be premiered later today. The Court 1 will go live, and here we are with Team 1 versus Team 2. Team 1 is in white, Team 2 is in white, Team 1 is in blue.
That is correct, Zach. So we've got a couple standout kids here that everybody should be paying attention to. Obviously, on Team 2, we got the big man, AJ Clayton, an OU commit currently. Who would be a guy to watch from Team 1 as we get started here, Zach?
Well, looking at this team, Blake Guffey's a player from Trumbull. They were one of the better teams in Division 4 in Southeast Ohio. He helped lead them to the regional semifinals where they lost to, and there's looks like
Trent Hunley, with a little baseline jumper there to get the scoring started for Team 1. Right now we got Mason Frazier just moved the ball up. Looks like we got an out here, and Team 2 will retain possession, or Team 2 will retain possession here. AJ Clayton with the ball now out on the perimeter. Nice steal there. Trent Hunley with the steal and the flush at the other end. Nice defensive play by Trent there. Showed good athleticism getting up too, Zach.
2022 wing, 6'5", and for him coming from Eastern Brown, this is a great opportunity going up against AJ Clayton in the southeast part of the state. That's kind of the guy everyone wants to go up against. Him being the OU commit, having 7 or 8 Division I offers, this is a great opportunity for a guy like that in his class to show that he belongs as well.
Especially playing up against Clayton here. They've been matched up on both ends of the court, so great opportunity. Your long-range jumper here from Team 1 that is just off. Clayton with the rebound as he brings the ball up the floor. Clayton drives, kicks it back out to the top. 3 up here from Jaden Bradshaw, just off. And ball goes out of bounds. Team 1 will take back over. So still getting settled in here a little bit. We got Team 1 currently up 4-0 as Trent Hunley drives baseline on Clayton, up and under, just off. Good contest from Clayton there as well.
Showed good quickness off the bounce, getting by Clayton on the baseline.
Yes, he did.
If you're AJ, I've been watching him since he was about 8th grade. Beatty Lorai.
Tough jumper on the baseline. Nice shot by him.
One of very few 2023 prospects here, if you would believe it, with his size. Beatty was one of the more efficient players in the state of Ohio last season, so good to see him going up against some of the better talent. But I want to see Clayton, I want to see his motor today, because I've had him in a couple of events. It's been off and on, and this is an event, him being the only Division I commit, he should dominate this event, so I'm excited to see if he does that here today.
Yep, looking to get him involved early. Good defense there by Hunley. Again, he's certainly standing out here on Court 1 as we get going. Team 1 moving the ball. Nice pass there from number 13, Isaac Ward, down low. Beautiful pass and finish.
Blake Guffey, Trumbull High School with the finish. He was their leading scorer this past season. again, district champions down in the Southeast District.
All right. Team 2 now, jump shot up from Christian Dunavir, just off. Hundley with another rebound. He has been very active here early. Another good drive. Oh, just up. Team 2 coming back down the court now, pushing over to Clayton. Ooh, used the big body to get there well. Just didn't quite finish. Hustles back well, though. Ooh. All right, oh. And a loss there by Ward, and Team 1 will retain possession up top. Guys still looking to settle in here. Still trying to figure out how they all play, being the first game. Testing the waters a little bit. Ward with a nice drive and finish there for Team 1 as they go up 8-2 here. And we just passed the 6-minute mark in this first game.
There's our guy, Hundley.
Take over Hundley again. Let's see how Clayton defends it. Nice defend there. Hundley still got the shot up and on the rim, but just didn't quite get it to go.
Good tip out, Blake Guffey.
Yep. Ward now surveying at the top. Kicks over to the right side here. Hundley swings it back around. Long three, up and just off by Ashton Mahaffey. Just off there. Nice defensive play by Ashton, making it back, taking it in. Oh, just off. Team 2 now bringing the ball back up the court. Push up to the right side, give and go. Up and great defensive play there.
Blake Guffey again, Trimble High School making an impact.
And a nifty little save by Hundley down here, and it pays off for Team 1. Showing some really good defensive play.
There's Trent Hundley. I believe he's got 8 points already.
Yeah, 8 of the 10.
His activity level, his energy level has been outstanding today, and this is an opportunity for him. He started on Team 3. Team 1 had a couple guys who couldn't make it. Went from being the sub to start off for Team 3 to be a full-time starter for Team 1. With him only having 5 guys, he got a chance to really show what he can do here today.
He is making the most of it thus far. Ward now surveying the top, takes a long three, and good from Isaac Ward. Showing off the range a little bit here, Zach.
That's a kid, Logan Elm High School. They were another team, season cut short, Division II district champions. They were down in the Athens regional before COVID happened, and they had a shot. That was a pretty good regional there. Columbus, St. Francis de Sales, and Jazz Watson was in that regional.
All right, Team 1 now bringing the ball back up. Isaac Ward now surveying as he crosses half court here. We're getting close to that 2-minute mark, Zach, and wow, another nice long shot here, but this time it's Ashton Mahaffey from right here at Logan High School.
Team 2.
Home court flair here.
They don't start scoring, they're going to have to score 20-plus points in the Elam ending to
Clayton
win.
Takes a nice long three, really smooth stroke for a big guy. Beautiful jump shot there as he gets started. I believe he's got all 5 for Team 2 currently. Long rebound out to the top. Now another three up and good from Blake Guffey. Team 1 flexing their muscle here a little bit, Zach.
And 1, they're trusting each other. They're getting all the 50-50 balls and creating second chance opportunities, and that's why they have the 14-point lead.
Yes, sir. Clayton again for 2 in a row. Good. Man, that is a sweet stroke. A.J. Clayton with back-to-back threes for Team 2. Currently sitting at 19-8. 3 minutes to go here. A minute left before the Elam ending, and Trent Hundley again down the lane, Zach.
I like the way him and Isaac Ward have both played today. They've just been very assertive, very aggressive, and taking advantage of the opportunity. Especially Hundley. Hundley's been so far the best player in this game, and it's early, but one of the top breakout guys in this event.
Yes, indeed. All right, Team 2 now. Battling around, get a shot up here from Jaden Bradshaw that just rattles out. Hundley with another rebound, man. He has been all over the place for Team 1. Got about 20 seconds here, 2:20 left, 20 seconds before our Elam ending kicks in. Guffey up again, or Ward, I'm sorry, up and off there. Team 2 now surveying. Clayton with the ball on the left wing, drives, they'll spin move in the lane, up and good. Man, that was
beautiful move.
Beautiful footwork from a big man. You can see why that size and athleticism. He moves so well for his size. Great get by Ohio University.
After this possession, stop.
Hundley up and off.
Horn.
And
Do the horn. Horn.
All right, guys, we have crossed our 2-minute mark here.
All right, hey, Elam ending here, Elam ending. Count to three. 29. Blue ball.
All right, guys, so we crossed our 2-minute mark here as Team 2 picked up a last-second three-pointer here. Currently, our score 21-13. Our Elam ending is in effect. Target score is going to be 29 now as Hundley goes back to work, up and in. And I'm sorry, that was Dawson Mills. My apologies there. Dawson with a nice turnaround J. Team 2 comes back just off the other way. Hundley with another rebound. 6 points away from our Elam ending as he kicks it out to the right wing. Nice three ball again. Hundley creating. Guffey taking full advantage. Team 1 flexing their muscle. They are 1 3-pointer away from ending this game very quickly as they're doubling up Team 2. Clayton fighting hard for the rebound, tips it back. His teammate cleaned up the mess. 26-15, Team 1 leads it. Reminder again, 29 points is our target score for our Elam ending. Team 1 potentially looking to close that out here if they can. And there it is, that could be the game. Guffey just off. Clayton got the ball, now bringing it back up for Team 1. Makes a nice pass down low to B.D. Lori. Lori drives in to the lane just off and looks like he called a foul there. So Team 2 will retain possession up top as we get it back into play. B.D. Lori surveying again, kicks back out.
Braden Whiting, Athens High School, no good.
Nice cleanup though.
Christian Dunover. Or Mason Frazier, my apologies.
Frazier, yep. Frazier got a nice cleanup, getting in on the boards.
Got to play some defense now. They got to go on a 12-2 run at least in order to get this win.
Correct.
It's not impossible. I've seen it happen.
Yep. Especially with the skilled players as we have here. Mills just off, trying to end it with a deep three for Team 1. Clayton comes back down the lane. Nice move. Wow. Was that pretty?
He shows you flashes. I mean, a couple times a game where you're like, whoa. I mean, at that size, he shouldn't be able to move like that.
Very well indeed. 26-19 our score here. Again, Team 1 just sitting 3 points away from our target score, but Team 2 made a little run here. Got a J up and good Trent Hundley with the dagger for Team 1. And that will give them the first win here. It looks like this is the first game to end. And man, Hundley really taking advantage of this first game here, Zach.
Outstanding. I mean, Hundley was terrific, and that was a kid, 2022 class going up against A.J. Clayton, who in this part of the state is, the best guy by far in that class, according to all the scouting services. So for him really popping onto the radar at 6'5" and doing what he did all over the floor on both sides of the ball, great showing. And then hitting the through ball too, because he was getting all the rebounds, but then to show that he can extend his game and show flashes. It's really impressive. He showed a couple flashes of his court vision as well. He made a couple nice passes in low. I think Guffey got an assist off of him there towards the middle of the game. A couple nice passes down low for easy layups as well. Hundley really showing out here in the first game for Team 1. That was a very impressive showing here. Yeah. That's a guy, again, 2022 class to keep an eye on. If you're a D2, D3 program, NAI, I'm looking for 6'5" wing who can move, make shots, and play his heart out. Trent Hundley's a guy to keep an eye on. Yeah, I will say, I know we're only watching this first game here, but I really liked what I saw from Team 1. Ward, Guffey, Mills, Hundley, all showing all sorts of different stuff, getting all the way into their bags to show their full repertoire. They're going to be a team to watch as this day goes on. That was a very impressive first game from them. Yeah, the way, I mean, a lot of these guys, they're playing together for the first time. You wouldn't have known watching them the way they moved and, got open shots and really created opportunities, especially on those 50-50 balls, second chance looks. They got the job done. They're going to be a tough team to put out. We got 6 teams here. We're going to have playing games. The top 2 seeds will get a bye when we go into our tournament round, and then the 3, 6, and the 4, 5 will play each other. Single elimination style, so, the goal here is to make it as competitive as possible. We saw that there in the Elam inning with that first game. Those teams really going at it.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, I know we've got plenty of basketball fans tuned in right now, but for those that are less familiar with the Elam ending, we start with a running clock here, a 10-minute clock that winds down to the 2-minute mark. Once we get under that, we find a good stopping point, after an out of bounds or a made basket. Then we call a time to the game. We add 8 points to the leading team's score today. So in this game, we saw it was 21 was where Team 1 was at when we hit that Elam ending point. From there, 29 became our target score, and from there it's just a first 1 to 29. So that is the format for all of the games that we will have today. So we will keep you apprised of that, make sure we know what our target score is and where we're sitting there. But Team 1 definitely took full advantage of getting a big lead early on. So by the time the Elam ending hit, it was going to be a tough stretch for Team 2 to make it all the way back to that one.
Absolutely. I want to give a big shout out to the Ohio Media School, Score and Air, for being our broadcast partners for this game. If you are someone looking to get into the media field, looking to become and see really how these events get pulled off, check out the Ohio Media School. They have a location in Columbus as well as one in Cincinnati and Cleveland. So if you're all across the state of Ohio and you're looking to learn how to get into the media industry and learn all the tricks that people on ESPN and Fox Sports get, check out the Ohio Media School.
On court 4, Team 1.
All right, guys.
And on court 3, Team 2 versus Team 5.
We're just getting set here to
5 minutes on the clock, please.
little shuffle around here as we get our teams lined up here for our second round of games, as it looks like all 3 have concluded. As you can see there, just briefly, we've got a beautiful facility here that we're running this event out of today here at the Chieftain Center at Logan High School. This is an incredible facility, Zach, and one that will be an envy of this area, I'm sure.
Yeah, this is outstanding. I mean,
top-notch facility.
Top-notch facility. The Cincinnati Bengals probably wish they had this indoor facility because I don't think they have one. So this is a college-level facility. I mean, you got 4 courts in here. You even have a golf room as well. So every sport, that was their goal. Speaking to Keith Myers, who helped us pull this off, he said the goal behind building this facility was so that every single sport in this area can be offered. They have a very big district here. They have kids from all over the place, and they want to prevent people from driving all the way to Columbus to get training. You can get it in your own community, and that's what the Chieftain Center is doing for this Logan community here and just Southeast Ohio in general.
Yeah, so as we move into our second game here, we've got Team 3 taking on Team 6 for our second game here on our main court today. As we just flashed some of the lineups here for Team 3. A couple of guys to keep an out for on Team 3, number 23, Austin Webb. Little under the radar, he's currently got an offer out there from Fairmont State. So certainly garnering some interest there. So he will be a name to watch. And on Team 6, certainly think a kid down here, J.J. Truitt, would be a kid to watch, as well as Cyan Irvin. One of our other 2023s, very few of them here. I think there's only, Zach, 1 or 2 of them here? 2 here, yes.
Yeah, Cyan Irvin and AJ and B.D. Lori are the only ones in that 23 class. So it's a very, we wanted to give the upperclassmen, the opportunities here. It's still early for that 23 group to, get some exposure, but it's good to give those younger guys the opportunity to go up against older players, and we'll see how B.D. Lori and Cyan Irvin do today.
You got one of them in game 1, and we've got the second will be with us here for our second game here. And it looks like Team 3 will be wearing white this game. Team 3 is in white. Team 6 is wearing your blue jersey for this game. So as we're tuning in, that will help for those of you that have the rosters for our teams.
And one thing to keep an eye on as well, for those who may have an outdated version of the roster, Trent Hundley that played in the last game, he was originally on Team 3. He is on Team 1 now, so he may show up on the graphic, but we have moved him to Team 1 for this event with a couple no-shows and injuries from other players in the event. So keep an eye on that, but this will be a good game. Austin Webb is a player from South Point High School. I'm really excited to see. I've seen his huddle film. Looks very impressive. And I'm familiar with Michael Miller as well from Chillicothe. He played in our very first 270 Hoops intro event going into his freshman year 2 years ago. Was a standout at that. And with the graduation for some of those seniors that Chillicothe had last year with Javon Malmer, Brandon Noel, Trey Beard, he's going to step into a big role for the Cavaliers, and I think he's got the potential and the ability to really make an impact this year.
Yep, and unfortunately with the season getting cut short for a lot of these kids, I know all around the state, we were in the heat of district play or district finals were just wrapping up as the season was ultimately called off, as we all well know. Unfortunate for those kids, but I think the AAU scene tried to bounce back as much as it could this summer to help those guys out with last-minute exposure for those that maybe hadn't had it before. I certainly know there were a lot of Ohio teams that were over playing in Indiana.
I was in Fort Wayne like 3 weekends in a row.
Exactly, right there in the heart of July, I think, correct?
Gym rats, yeah, yep. All in July, and then I even saw events, 2 weekends ago in September, which in a normal year you would not expect that, but now it's like, you know what, why not go play, get as much exposure as you can. The Gym Rats organization did an outstanding job in Indiana. Not only did they live stream all their events, but most of the games they live streamed did not include teams from their program, so I think that just speaks to their unselfishness and just desire to help kids, and they did a great job of that. I know a lot of kids in Central Ohio and across the state really benefited from playing in those events this summer, so shout out to Gym Rats.
Well, and how blessed are we that we've got the technology nowadays to be able to do stuff like this.
It's amazing.
I mean,
when I started,
fans in attendance and stuff, I mean,
man,
who would have thought that we'd be to this point where, on any given Saturday we can lean on our technology partners and help us get some video out to you guys, all the colleges that are tuning in as well as I'm sure family and friends from a lot of these kids.
Oh yeah.
Just absolutely an amazing thing that we're able to pull off nowadays. All right, so we are getting set here for our second game of the day. Again, Team 3 in white, Team 6 in blue as we get underway, as Team 3 wins the tip, and Matthew Miller starts with the ball. Gets a give and go on the left wing, ball up just off as Team 6 looks to bounce back as they move the ball up the right side of the court. There is our man, J.J. Truitt, as he moves the ball around. Team 6 surveying the court here as Truitt takes a little step back jumper up and just didn't quite get the friendly bounce as Team 3 brings the ball back up the court. Team 3 now working up, a little move in the lane, pull-up jumper up and just off for Team 3. Team 6 now running the ball back up the court, up the left side. We push it to the far wing. Ball gets moved back up to the left wing up top here. Nice screen set there as we work baseline up and just off there. Well defended by Team 3 there down low as they bring the ball back up the court. Team 3 now looking. We got a little back down working. Just can't quite get it to go as Team 6 reverses the court. Nice up court pass. And good finish down low there for Team 6. Team 3 now bounces right back. Michael Miller with a 3-ball for Team 3. Again, that was that kid from Chillicothe you mentioned earlier, Zach. A nice little jump shot from from a smaller competitor here today, but shows that range off well as Team 6 gets another bucket to go.
Kyan Irvin, that's back-to-back scores for the sophomore. Does not look like when you're watching him play, he looks like an upperclassman. He was a big-time competitor at Wellston High School. That's southwest of Athens, Ohio, and southeast Ohio. So in the middle of nowhere, but he's a good player. He played in our 270 Hoops 2023 Challenge last week and did a pretty good job. So that's a player to keep an eye on in southeast Ohio.
Good move here, up and in for Team 6, number 27, Dominic Cork.
Pride of Cambridge, Ohio, out in eastern Ohio off Route 70. That's a player that I was interested in seeing. At his 6'6" size, he's built pretty well. So he's rebounding today, and he's showing that he can even expand his range a little bit as well.
Good little hustle play from Matthew Miller there for Team 3. He got the rebound and got a nice little reverse layup to go there. Team 3 now up 7-5 on Team 6 as we are nearing our 7-minute mark in this second game here. A long shot off there for Team 6. Nice long pass up the court and a great finish there for Carver Myers for Team 3. Ran the floor well there and got a nice layup to finish it off. Mid-range jump shot up and good.
Miles Shibb from Portsmouth, Ohio.
Team 3 now bringing the ball back up. Some hustle play there. Nice save.
Almost knocked the camera out.
Almost, but hey, do what you got to do.
Big body down the court. Using that size inside. He is built really well. He's showing the ability to finish the contact.
And just keeping his head on the ball. Nicely done. Good defensive play there for Team 6. Ball will go back up top here as Team 3 takes possession again. The ball to the right, driving the lane. Nice defensive play there by Cork again. Loses the handle, is bringing it up. Team 3 back the other way now. Pull up 2 is good for Matthew Miller, showing off that jump shot. Again, 10-11 our score here. As we just crossed our 6-minute mark. So 5:53 to play here in this game. Again, at the 2-minute mark, our Elam ending will kick in. So got about 3.5 minutes here to work. As Team 6 surveys again. Truitt up and under on the lane. Just didn't get it to go. Team 3 now brings it back down the court in the lane. Little pull-up jumper just off. As Miles Shipp gets the rebound for Team 6 and brings it back up the court. Shipp down the lane, up, just kissed it in off the glass as he got it to go. Team 6 now takes the lead, 13-10. Shot off for Team 3 as Team 6 looks to continue their little run here that they've been on. They got back into sync here as of late. Long 3 that may have gotten a piece hit on it. As Team 3 reverses court now. Drive, nice little pass back to him. Baseline jumper up and just off. Very nice passing there, Zach.
I want to see Team 6 utilize the post player a little bit. I want to see them get it down to Dominic Cork. He's finished through contact. They really don't have a matchup for him.
Nope, not quite. Not at his size and weight. Clearly the biggest kid on the court. They looked like they were going to try there, but good entry pass defense as Team 3 reverses. Little Euro. Good defensive play there for number 9, Cyan Irvin, as he then brings the ball back up the court, looks to make something happen down there, gets a tough up and under to go as well. Irvin doing it on both ends of the floor there, Zach.
Kyan Irvin can play. Last weekend in our event, struggled a little bit. There's unfamiliarity with some of those Central Ohio guys, but today, these guys know who he is, and he's playing like someone who is comfortable in this space, in this setting.
And I would say right on cue, Zach. Irvin buries a deep 3, showing he can do it at all levels of the court, up and under, and a long-range 3 there. As Team 6 has extended that lead now to 18 to 10.
Irvin's got 10 of those points too, and they've all came back-to-back possessions. 5-point spurts. He's been the go-to guy. I also like the way Miles Shipp bringing the ball up is played from Portsmouth. I like his tempo, I like his pace. These guys, they look pretty good so far.
Traffic, Truitt up and good with a long 3 as he got the little kick pass from Shipp there. Team 6 stretches that lead to 11 now. 21-10 lead for Team 6 as Michael Miller again shows the ability to get to the rim. Just can't quite finish that one, but a good rebound and finish there for Colton Vaughn as he got a pass off the rebound but was able to convert the second chance opportunity there, Zach. 21-12 our score here. We've got a minute left now. Before the Elam ending takes effect. Ship surveys, kicks it down to the right baseline. Irvin with a little back down on a smaller defender there. Just can't quite get it to go as Team 3 now reverses the court here. They survey. They got to get something going here before we get to this 2-minute mark. Got a little nice pass and kick. Can't quite get the shot to go, though. Nice outlet pass there for Team 6 as he pushes it up. They just can't convert on the other end as Team 3 now looks to repress that advantage. Team 3 now.
I want to see Austin Webb get involved a little more. He's been kind of quiet this game. And
yeah, I haven't seen too much out of him here. I know he was a kid we highlighted to watch coming in here. Good defensive play there from Team 6. Great outlet pass up to Irvin. Little Euro. Tough shot. As Team 6 looks to try to clean it up. Gets a little sloppy here. Now here's Webb as he comes back down the court. Shows a little flash and just off. But good rebound there and can't quite get that one to go either. Team 3 just can't seem to buy a bucket right now, Zach.
And this will be the last possession before the Elam ending here. We've gone a little under 2 minutes.
Yep, so we've got a 21-12 score now.
Dead ball. 29, white ball.
Again here, Team 3 will retain possession. They are currently down 21-12, so once again, our target score becomes 29. Team 6 is currently in the lead here, 21-12, so Team 3 has a tall task ahead, but we'll see what they can get going here. They've struggled to get some baskets to fall here in the last few minutes, but we'll see what they can do.
And when the Elam ending, there's no clock, so you really don't have to rush.
Nope.
Get good shots.
Yep.
Find the open man. I mean, especially if you have to score 17 points, you can't really afford any bad shots because one bucket from the other team puts you in an even bigger hole.
Yep. Nice little move there from Colton Vaughn as he looks to press his advantage and can't quite get that one to go either. Webb here with a nice little 3 on the wing. He's just off, but a great rebound there from Matthew Miller as he passes it back to Webb, who finishes down the lane.
And Matthew Miller is athletic.
Yes,
indeed.
indeed.
Dude is athletic. Skying for the rebound, finds the open cutting Webb. And there's Miles Ship, Portsmouth, Ohio.
Man. 23-14 our score here. Team 6 now just a couple buckets away from that Elam ending, so Team 3 again has got a tall task. But Miller kicks it out to the wing as we drive. Looks like foul was called.
Carver Myers getting hacked there.
Yep. So Team 3 will retain possession. Webb now on the wing, little pump fake baseline drive as he kicks it back out to Michael Miller, who pulls up another 3 and comes up short. Very nice athletic play there by Matthew Miller to save that ball. Gets up and gets hit hard on his attempt here. Wow, you weren't kidding with the athleticism.
No. That dude's a freak.
That's a kid who you showed his athleticism there to get up. Team 3 gets the ball back in real quick, and Webb
that's
hits
a
3.
quick release. I saw a video of Duncan Robinson showing off a quick release. That was very similar right there. His hands are ready.
Austin
in that
Webb.
Shooting motion, he gets it off very quickly. So, like you said, he's got an offer from Fairmont State. That makes sense. In the Mountain East Conference, they play up-tempo. They get up a lot of threes. If he ends up going there, that's going to be a great fit for his game.
Yes, indeed. And Team 3 here got a little bit of a run here as we've gone now. They've gotten a couple baskets to get this to a 17-23 deficit. So we still got 12 points for Team 3 to get to the Elam ending, only 6 for Team 6. But Team 6 looking a little out of sorts. Team 3 here playing some good defense as Webb kicks it over to Matthew Miller, who also pulls just off from the far wing for Miller. As he looks to pick up Irvin back down the court.
Dominic Cord.
3 just off as Matthew Miller again with another rebound. Man, he has been all over the court here. Nice little move pass. Great unselfish play there.
Quick
Webb
release.
again, another
They got
3.
to involve him.
Wow.
I mean, that's their go-to guy. And all of a sudden,
Team 3 now clawing back.
that's why the ending's great. I mean, when we hit the 2-minute mark, They were down, what, 12 points?
Yeah, I believe it was 21-10 at the time.
Yeah, so they're down 11.
A 10-2 run here for Team 3, as we now have a 3-point game, 23-20. Team 6 still hanging on to
They're
a
in a
2-point
bit of a
lead.
funk right now. They've struggled to get those good shots they were getting earlier in the game.
Tanner Voyer's there, battling down low to get a rebound, but again, Team 3 gets a stop. Webb comes down the lane up, and wow, looks like Irvin got a piece of that one to deflect it. Nice full court pickup by Irvin on Webb. That was a beautiful play. And then Team 6 comes back down the court. We get a lane driver and finish. Webb again, just up
It
and
looks
off.
good. He's one of those shooters where every time it goes up, you think it's going in.
Yep, he's got a really quick, clean release there. As Michael Miller harassed Ship there a little bit. Ship fighting down low, though. Can't quite clean it up, but Dominic Cork again cleans up on the block. Team 6 now sitting one basket away from our Elam ending. 27-20. Team 6 looks like they've righted the ship just a little bit. Found a couple baskets here. Ooh, good stop there from Cork.
4-0 run for them. They needed that.
Pushing it up. Irvin here surveying, looking for that final bucket. Kicks back out to Ship, who pulls the three, just going to be off. As we fight for the rebound there, Webb and Cork. Cork gets that rebound just off again, as I believe Colton Vaughn brings the ball up here for Team 3. Webb again on the wing, up. Oh, just off again, and man, that is a beautiful stroke, but keeps his head, and it finds the ball, gets another bucket. Webb all over the place for Team 3 here, trying to keep them in it.
They'll need a 7-0 run here, trailing 27-22. Target score is 29. That can win it right there.
Up and just off again. Now Matthew Miller again, another rebound pass up to Michael Miller, up and in. Wow, beautiful transition game there, Zach.
Couple stops, couple buckets. They're not out of it yet.
27-24. As Truitt looks to survey the court. Ship now for Team 6. Trying to direct traffic here a little bit. Ship and Webb, two of our more standout players here in this game, looking off. Nice little screen from Truitt. Back to him. Out to Irvin now. Team 6 surveying. Again, 27-24 up and just off. Irvin just misses as Michael Miller brings the ball up the court for.
Got to find him. They got to find their guy.
Got to find him. He had him open down here. Vaughn battling down low. Fights to get another rebound. Little sloppiness here back and forth.
Thumb and White, 23 is getting the ball every possession. I mean,
I would
when you're down 3 points, that's what you need. You can't force it. There's no clock. Again, there's no clock.
So got to have good possessions, take good shots. Those bad turnovers can cost you here. As Ship looks to end it, and he does. Miles Ship, with a nice little mid-range jumper there for Team 6 as they win 29-24. And while we had a little bit of a slow start in this one, Irvin, Truitt, Ship, Cork for Team 6 were all very heavily involved in this one. Cork and Ship came on late.
They're going to be a tough team to stop with their. I mean, they have a standout guard, a standout wing, a standout big. I mean, that's what you need.
Team 3 just looked a little out of sorts at the beginning before they hit their stride here. I know we mentioned it early that Webb was a little quiet, but man, did he make some noise fast.
All in the Elam ending, too.
Exactly. When it really counted, he came back, hit a number of threes, got some good buckets down low as he fought and got some rebounds and some good passes to finish. Webb ended up with a great game as well. Matthew Miller kind of did a little bit of everything for them as well, showing that athleticism.
Junkyard dog for them.
Yep,
I mean, he was
be all over the court.
He was that guy mixing it in, getting rebounds, just all over the place with his athleticism. So that's a player out of Wheelersburg High School. If you guys remember, just a couple years back, Tanner Holden was a standout for them, now playing in Wright State basketball. That's a good program. You know, Southern Ohio, very close to West Virginia, Kentucky. They always have guys year after year. So it's a player to keep an eye on. But for Team 6, I'm very impressed with Kyan Irvin of Wellston High School, Dominic Cork of Cambridge, big, strong, 6'6" big man, and then Miles Ship from Portsmouth, bigger guard at about 6'2", but really took advantage of his size and athleticism and That's going to be a tough team to stop. I'm excited to see those guys hopefully again on this court. I have a feeling that our championship games, they're going to be very competitive, and with this setup, with the Elam ending, these teams is going to bring the best out of these guys.
Well, and the play should only get better here as these kids get, into their second, third, fourth games together, find out how they, how everybody operates, what their strong suits are, and just use their basketball IQ to figure out how best to come together. We just flashed one of the teams that's going to be over here next. Team 4 will be taking on Team 5 here in just a few more minutes here. Again, no lack of talent on this one. We've got a couple kids here. I think Trey Robertson, who will be number 8 for Team 5. I believe he has an offer from Shawnee State,
yes.
As well as Concord.
That's correct, yeah. NAI D2. Coach Todd May at Concord University is a Circleville guy, so he is from Southern Ohio. He loves Southeast Ohio. He actually sent me a text. He's like, everyone's going to see Southeast Ohio kids can ball. They're smart, they're well coached, and they're tough. So we're seeing that today. So anytime there's a good player down here,
people know.
Odds are Todd May's offered them. he loves this part of the state and these guys. So I like this Team 4 though. There's some guys here that know each other. Evan Justice, Camden Primer, Ryan McGill. Those are all guys from Pumas Gilliland last year that played together, and then Primer and McGill this summer played together. So those are 2 guys to keep an eye on. Mason Purvis from Millersport. Millersport is a school on the eastern edge of Central Ohio. He is the leading scorer in all of the area returning this year. He averaged, I believe, 23.8 points per game, closely followed by Desmond Watson from DeSales. So I used to joke he's the James Harden of Millersport High School with the way he plays, and that's just a kid. He can fill it up, but more than just score.
Stroke, that's for sure.
More than just score, though, he can get guys involved, and this is an opportunity I know he's very excited for because he feels he's one of the more underrated players in our Central Ohio area, and he's got a chance to prove it here today.
A couple other guys to look out for on Team 5, I believe. Luke Merritt from Union Local. I want to say he was an all-district
Yes,
player,
all-district.
I believe.
One of the top three-point shooters in the state of Ohio last season.
And then numbers 36, Will Futhi.
Waverly, yep.
He'll be the big on this Team 5. Really skilled big, 2-sport athlete, plays football as well. I believe he was talking about Waverly's game against Wheelersburg last night.
Into overtime, too.
As Waverly got the win there in overtime.
A sleeper to look out for in blue for Team 5, Cam Dias-Rogers, guy tipping it up from Tays Valley. Very, very athletic. He's only 22. He's just scratching the surface. That's a kid that I think in that class could be, a rising prospect this year that could really surprise some people in the Mid-State League.
So we get underway here with our third game. Again, Team 4 will be wearing white, or is in white. Team 5 is in blue as we get going here in Game 3. Team 4. Team Blue got a quick chance off the tip there, but couldn't quite convert. Team 4 now looking to get settled in this third game. As Lance Montgomery takes a nice little jump shot there, gets that to go.
Bank is open on Saturdays there, knocking it in.
So now Team 5 back the other way as Trey Robertson was just off there. Team 4 now bringing the ball back up the court here.
Brian McGill, 6'4", he can really handle the ball. He
Evan
plays
Justice
like a guard.
now with a little long-range, mid-range jump shot. Ooh, tough boards down there, man. They are really battling down low.
Camden Primer with the first offensive rebound. If his basketball talents were impressive enough, he's also got like a 4.6 GPA and a 32 on the ACT. So he can go to college wherever he wants, literally anywhere in the country.
Just based on academics alone, I would say so, but also showing off some basketball talent here today. As Team 4 now, what looks to be one of our smaller teams out here. Biggest guy sitting at 6'4" in McGill, so they're going to have some tough sledding here against a slightly bigger Team 5. We got a couple 6'5" guys on Team 5, but Team 4 seems like we're matched up pretty well here as Team 5 has the lead. Or I'm sorry. Yes, Team 5 has the lead here, 3-2. Team 4 now surveying.
Just had a three-point shot from Aiden Porter from Fairland High School in the last possession. 2022 prospect for that program.
Team 5 now bringing the ball back up the court. We get a kick. Long three there from Team 5. It was just off. Good board there from Cam Dias-Rogers. As he gets the bucket to go, Team 5 now up 5-2, 7:45 to play in this one.
Excited to see what Dias-Rogers can do. I mean, showing that athleticism, but also
Ryan McGill
guarding on
long
the
shot
perimeter.
There.
Camden
Primer back up and good little mid-range bunny. Good pass up the court, just couldn't quite connect there. As Trey Robertson looked to connect with Will Futhi there, just off. So Team 4 will bring it back up the court here. As they move the ball to the right wing here. The screen set down the lane, kick out to the far left wing now. Long three up and just off. Team 4 battling down there. Still fighting and down here. Saley kicks it out to number 35, Evan Justice. Man, Team 4 all over the place. Second chance.
It's got to go in.
Second
there
chances galore before Evan Justice finally pays off. Some very good offensive rebounding for Team 4 as they climb back into lead 7-5. As Robertson can't quite get that chance in the lane to go.
Despite being one of the smaller teams, you know, they're not letting that affect them on the glass. That guy's been the reason right there.
Saley gets a great bucket to go, and we get a nice, quick little steal here from Justice as his attempt is just off now. Oh, Team 5 just can't quite connect. Looked like he had good vision there, saw his teammate behind him running down the wing with him, but they just couldn't quite connect. And Team 4 will take back over possession as they are up 9-5.
It's a little bit of a JT Barrett overthrow there from Trey Robertson.
Team 4 now will reset. Look to try to get some buckets to fall, although their offensive rebounding has been the reason they've maintained their lead here early. McGill kicks out to the far wing, and we get another three-point bucket there. Looks like that one was Caden Primer. Nice jump shot from the wing there as Team 4 now extends their lead 12-5.
Primer and McGill, both AAU teammates this past season.
Yep.
You know, they're guys, Mid-State League Buckeye Division. If you're not familiar, it's Southern Central Ohio, Pickaway County schools. These guys have played against each other and played with each other for a very long time.
Yep. Cam Dias-Rogers cleans up a missed shot for Team 5, now 12-7. Team 4 still leads. As McGill puts up another one that is off. Team 5 now great up-court pass and finish there. Will Futhi paying it off on the other end, but a beautiful pass there as they came up the court. Great transition bucket as we now are back to a three-point game now, 12-9. Team 4 leads. Justice now surveys, kicks it over to Purvis. Purvis, little give and go action here. Good defense there by Team 5. Long shot there from Braden Saley, just off. Will Futhi up the court again. Can't quite get that transition bucket to go as Primer looks to turn it back up the court the other way. Kicks it out to the wing, just off.
There's our guy again.
Another cleanup bucket from Braden Saley.
6'3", but he's playing like he's about 6'9" today with his offensive rebound. Just the activity level. He's just been the toughest dude on the floor so far, and that's why his team's up.
Very, very active, and it paid off there as he cleaned up that one himself. Team 4 now leading 14-9 as Team 5 gets a nice drive here and bucket from Trey Robertson. Showed some great speed and awareness to get down the baseline there and finish that one off, Zach.
He's a 1,000-point scorer already through 2 seasons. That dude can fill it up with the best of them in Southern Ohio.
Yes, he can. Our score now 14-11, Team 4, as Justice puts up another attempt here just off. Team 5 now starting to get some more defensive rebounds to stem the bleeding as they look to fight back in this one. They kick it out to the top right wing, long three up and good. Team 5 now tying this game up as we had a long three there from, I can't quite see his number here. It was, try to get you the name on that one here in just a second. That was Luke Merritt from Team 5 who made that 3 there.
No surprise.
Saley again cleaning up the boards,
No
doing
surprise.
it himself this time again. Second one in a row there. 16-14 is the lead now for Team 4 as we just crossed the 3-minute mark. So a minute here before Elam ending kicks in as Purvis brings the ball up the court, kicks it over to Justice, who kisses it in off the glass. Great transition bucket as Purvis steals the inbounds there, but loses the handle as Team 5 now comes back 18-14 Team 4, 30 seconds before our Elam ending kicks in. Oh, man.
That was pretty.
Pretty play there. Another long ball there.
Trey Robertson, Waverly High School.
Again, yep. Doing it at both inside and out with his driving and shooting ability there. His scoring output here in the last few minutes is why this is a very close game as Saley puts up a shot that's just off. 18-17, Team 4 still leading. This will be probably our last possession before our Elam kicks in. Robertson kicks it over to Futhi, who is just off. And that will be the start of our Elam ending, I believe. Although we didn't quite blow the horn. As McGill hits another 3 now, 21-17.
We started it.
Started Elam? 26?
26.
Okay. So I guess we called it out there. We didn't quite do the stoppage like we did before, so Team 4 got a quick 3 after that Elam kicked in. So our ending again is 26. Team 4 sits 21-17.
There, I mean, that's probably the
McGill
8th
was
offensive
just
rebound.
off Sally going to work, turnaround jumper, got it, man. Braden
Animal.
Saley paying it off on the offensive end, getting the rebounds, cleaning it up and converting.
Toughest dude out here all day.
He has him up
from
there
what
and
I've
gets
seen.
a nice block on the defensive end as well.
He's a
Man,
beast.
he's having a heck of a game.
And the crazy thing, when you look at him, he's only a junior in high school. I mean,
He's listed at 6'3", although he looks like he might be slightly bigger than that. Certainly has filled out well
That board.
muscularly as he fights for yet another rebound, brings the ball up the court. Little stop and go. Does he pull it here to try to end it? Oh, just off. 23-17 is our score as Team 5 looks to fight back. Nice
Drive.
little move there from Aiden Porter out of Fairland, as he gets Team 5 now to 19, 23-19. Again, 26 our target score. Team 4 looking to end it right here. Again, just off as Trey Robertson grabs the rebound. He surveys, makes a nice pass in again to Porter, who just loses it. Team 4 now takes possession. Again, they're 3 points away. A little bit of a sloppy drive there. Robertson gets that, brings it back down. Is he going to take it himself? Yup, and
Good block it.
converts.
thing here to watching the Elam inning too, when teams get to 3 points away, a lot of times they
try
all
to
they
take those
do,
three
they
to
just
end it.
want to end it. They want to end it, and that's when you get into a little bit of a funk.
Yeah, and maybe look to get inside, get 2 easy buckets as opposed to 1 harder 3-point shot. But the fact that Team 4 has missed a couple attempts here now means Team 5 is right where they want to be. 23-21, 2-point game here. Again, 26 is our target, so a 3 would do it for Team 4. Primer fights to get inside. Looks like he did call a foul, so Team 4 will retain possession.
They got to go down to Braden Saley.
Yep,
I mean,
as
that's been the
McGill
guy.
will start things up here again. Saley and Futhi kind of pairing up here. Saley, nice little screen. 3-ball up and good. Nice shot there. Yet again for Team 4. Evan Justice hits another 3 in this game as Team 4 takes the win 26-21.
That was the
Tell you
first
what,
game
that was
that's
probably
over
our
here.
really closest. That was one of our closer games, I believe, here.
Yes.
Out of our first 3, we were tight there for a while. Team 4 stretched the lead a little bit, but then they got into a little bit of a funk as Team 5 tried to fight their way back into it. But certainly, I would say one of our standout players here from this game, Braden Saley, Zach.
Absolutely.
We mentioned
Oh my
him
gosh.
all over in this one.
Just toughness, physicality, toughness. He was
Working
everywhere
hard
to
down
be
on the
found.
block for those rebounds. I mean, he had a large number of offensive rebounds. There was that one possession there where I think they had 3 or 4 offensive
Yeah, and
rebounds
he had like
before
3
it
of
paid
them.
off. They finally paid it off with a 3. after a hard-fought battle, but
most of their points came off those second chance opportunities created by
and that was
Staley.
one thing Team 5 didn't have many of. Not many offensive rebounds, not many second chance opportunities.
Despite being the bigger team too, that just goes to show, Staley's toughness. That team really doesn't have a big, so he plays as a big for them, and it's clearly a role that he's okay with.
Athleticism and the muscular strength to be able to pull that off. He'll be a kid to watch here as we get into our next couple of games here. I think
we're going to our tournament round now.
That cleans up our
moving
initial
along pretty quickly.
Yes, it is.
So again, just a refresher basically on what we're doing here. We got 6 teams, so we're going into a 6-team tournament. The top 2 seeds from the first 3 rounds of play will get a bye game, and we'll have a play-in game on Court 1 and Court 4. This play-in game here will be the 3rd seed against the 6th seed, and then on Court 4 we'll have the 4th seed versus the 5th seed. For any coaches or parents that were looking to watch Court 4 stream, due to some connectivity issues, we are not able to broadcast it. However, it is still being filmed, so that part of the event will be uploaded to YouTube at a later date. We're hoping to have it up, if not tonight, tomorrow, and we'll get that out to everybody. But this Court 1, it's been live streamed all the way throughout. I want to give a big shout out again to the Ohio Media School and Score on Air. They have been our faithful and loyal broadcast partners for a very long time now at 270 Hoops. They do a great job. If you are someone who's looking to go to school and learn the ins and out of media production, please do check out the Ohio Media School. A couple courts down, AJ Clayton just obliterated a transition shot off the backboard.
And the backboard's still shaking from the strength of that one. That was something that caught everybody's eye here really quick. Again, very nice facility here. We've got 3 courts going, so we can see some action as it looks like Court 3 is kind of wrapping up here. We will get you our teams that will be our 3rd and 6th seeds that will be on this court as soon as this final game wraps up, and we get win-loss records tallied up to get our seeding turned out.
And we'll just take a quick break here. We'll be back once we get to that tournament round. Again, we're having a 3 versus 6 matchup and a 4 versus 5 matchup for Zach Fleer, Seth Kime. Just hang tight, and it should be a couple minutes, and we'll be back here with our tournament matchups once this last game wraps up. And we are back here at the Route 33 Challenge. We're going to begin our first round matchups here. Again, the top 2 seeds received byes. Those teams were Team 1 and Team 6. The first matchup we'll have here on Court 1 will be Team 2 versus Team 4, while Team 3 versus Team 5 will be battling on Court 4. So this will be a competitive tournament, Seth. I'm really looking forward to see who shines. Again, we had at least one game. I actually think every single team played one time on this court in front of us, so we didn't see anybody twice. We'll see, some of those first round guys.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we got Team 1 and Team 6 came out of the round robin play as the 1 and 2 seeds, so they will both be getting the bye. So we got another good one coming up here as we'll get AJ Clayton and BD Lori back here on Court 1, as well as Team 4 who played their last game here, Purvis, Montgomery, Justice, Primer, and Saley. I'll be interested to see how Saley matches up with Clayton. I'm going to assume that's going to end up being the matchup, just based on the game that happened. We got a little 2-minute warm-up period here, and then we will get going. For the tournament play, we will be doing a 10-minute running clock before the Elam ending kicks in. So instead of 8 minutes to run out, we're going to run the full 10 minutes out and then engage the Elam ending from there. So we get a little bit of extra basketball here, Zach.
More basketball. I'm not complaining. This has moved right along very quickly, and I've been very impressed with some of these guys. For me, it's my first viewing for, I'd say, probably 80% of the players in this event. Me being a Central Ohio guy, I really don't get out to, especially Southern, Eastern, Southeastern Ohio. So I'm just excited for these dudes to get this opportunity. This is, I'd say without doubt, Southeast Ohio is the most undercovered, underrepresented part of the state when it comes to basketball. So great opportunity for these guys to really put themselves on the radar, and it puts basketball in this part of the state on, a very big platform, and we're excited to bring that to these guys.
Yep, so we got starting lineup here again. Team 2 coming back onto this court. They were featured in our first game here. Again, BD Lori, kid to watch out for, as well as AJ Clayton. Lori's got number 20, Clayton's got 31, although Clayton's not hard to spot out here. And for Team 4, we'll get that lineup up here shortly, but again, guys that really stood out the first time: Braden Saley, Caden Primer, Evan Justice did very, very well, Mason Purvis as well. So Purvis has got the 1 on, Justice has 35, Braden Saley has number 4. So the 4 v31 matchup is going to be a very interesting one, as it looks like Team 4 here is kind of looking down the court, seeing how they're going to match up, who's going to match up. Looks like Team 4 is going to be wearing white this game. Team 4 will be wearing white. Team 2 will be in blue. So 2 blue, 4 is wearing white. It looks like our little warm-up has concluded here, and we gonna get going here very, very shortly, Zach.
You really do need to get warmed up with how cold it is in this gym right now.
It is a deep freezer in here. Yes. A little bit. Have half a mind to think maybe the Chieftain Center thought it was going to be 90 degrees out, so they had to ice this thing down overnight, but not quite as warm out today, so maybe a little overzealous with the AC, but I'm sure these kids that are running around here appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like we're getting underway here, and just as we expected, 4 and 31, and Saley kind of just let Clayton have that one. So Team 2 here looks to get things underway as we are moving it around here a little bit. As we get a quick turnover here, as Team 2 turns it over here, Lance Montgomery pushes the ball up as Justice now has possession, drives the lane. Good tough defense there as they turn the ball over. Team 2 though coming back down. Mason Frazier down the lane, up and in. Great finish with the left hand.
Logan High School playing in his home auxiliary gym. It's hard to believe, this school You got 7 courts of access here, all in one campus between the
Purvis
high
down
school.
the lane on the other end gets his lefty floater to go. As we are 2-2 here in the early goings of our first play-in game. And we will get a 3 attempt there from Jaden Brayshaw that was just off. Saley now bringing the ball back up the court for team 4. He kicks over to Justice. Justice pulls a deep 3 that is just short. And Bradshaw kicks to Clayton. Clayton now driving, kicks over to Beatty Lori. Lori surveying along the wing, goes baseline, trying to fight back in, catches Bradshaw coming down the lane. Nice little give and go here as Jaden Bradshaw pays that off with a bucket of his own. Now back the other way as Lance Montgomery looks like his shot was either deflected or a foul was called, but in any case, Team 4 will maintain possession as he kicks to Purvis on the wing. Team 4 now back up top as Saley faces off against Clayton. Evan Justice now working it along the top. Saley's got the ball, got a little switch there. Clayton up, and he definitely affected that shot. Saley was just off as Team 2 comes back down. Shot was up from Beatty Lori, just off. Clayton gets a nice rebound. Beautiful pass back to Bradshaw.
Right place at the right time.
In a row.
Bradshaw is always there.
Team 2 now in the lead, 6-2. Evan Justice again will pull out there and is just off. This time was a little long. Montgomery just off down low, but Team 4 getting some more offensive rebounds again. Second chance opportunities. We get a 3 that Ryan McGill pays off. Really nice rebounding there by Team 4 as they now sit down 6-5 here again in our early goings of this first play-in game. Team 4 now gets a turnover. Purvis comes back down the wing, finds Saley down low, who's defended well but too strong.
Uses that size again. I mean, we saw in the first game, physical specimen, only being about 6'3", 6'4", but when he gets a small guy on him, he's putting in the bucket.
So Team 4 now takes the lead 7-6 with 6:50 here to play in this first play-in game. Beatty Lori tries to go off glass, just off. Saley with the defensive rebound as he brings the ball up the court for Team 4. Saley now looking to drive on Clayton, perhaps a little step back pull up, just off. As Lance Montgomery looks to rebound, does not look like he was successful, so Team 2 will take possession. 6:25 to go here. Team 4 leading Team 2 7-6.
In and out.
And that was Mason Frazier who was just off, and that truly did go in and out. Purvis harasses Clayton just a little before he gets off a 3 that was just off. Now Beatty Lori surveying along the far wing, kicks out top. Frazier now surveying, drives down the lane, up and in. Great finish again with the left hand by Mason Frazier. Team 2 now back on top, 8-7 as Team 4 gets it up the wing quick, and a shot that was just off. But Saley with another rebound, battling down there with Clayton as Clayton gets the block, shows off some big man handles, and gets out in transition. And he kicks out to Jaden Bradshaw, whose shot is up and off. Purvis now with the rebound and the ball as he brings up the court for Team 4, kicks to Justice, back to Purvis. Purvis along the baseline, up and in, just off. As Beatty Lori fought that one off, but his teammate cleans it up on the other end. I believe that was Primer. Got the cleanup there, yes. Beatty Lori now down the lane, little spin move, gets harassed. And we will reset Team 2 with the ball up top. Team 4 up 9-8 here. 5 minutes to go, so we're halfway through our beginning playing period. Clayton up top with a 3.
Beautiful.
And again,
For that size, with the way OU plays, that's a good commitment for them. He's going to fit in very well at that size and be able to step out, bury the 3 ball. We've seen his handle and his athleticism. He's just a very intriguing prospect at 6'9".
As well as his shot. Now Saley looks to answer on the other end and does. Braden Saley with a 3 of his own as we are tied up at 11 here. 4:30 to go as Clayton gets it on the wing again. Sweet stroke, second in a row. Back-to-back 3s for AJ Clayton. Team 2 leads 14-11.
AJ Clayton, again, showing you that athleticism, that three-point shooting ability. He's just a very special prospect, and there's not many guys that I've covered quite like him. And if he keeps adding layers to that part of his game, he's going to be a monster to deal with in the MAC.
And Montgomery drives down the lane there and finishes that one off for Team 4 as they are down 1 now. Team 2 leads 14-13. Team 2 now fighting. Three-point shot from the right wing just off as Frazier came down with the rebound there. Another three just off before Saley got the rebound. And Bradshaw knocked it away. Team 4 now bringing the ball up the court. Ryan McGill has it up top now, kicked it out. Saley now has the ball at the top of the key here as Team 4 is looking to try to regain the lead here. Down 1, 3:26 to play. Justice drives the lane, gets a great contest from Frazier, but looks like foul was called. So Team 4 will maintain possession. This ball goes live again. Justice with a deep three from the left wing, in and out. Man, it seemed like in that first game we watched him, those were falling for him. Clayton with a sweet behind the back move. Too big, too strong with the hammer. AJ Clayton showing a little tomahawk pullback on that one.
He's doing what I expected him to do in this event. I mean, this is what he's capable of every time out.
Biggest, strongest, most athletic as Caden Primer gets out on the break here and finishes off his own little kiss off the glass. 2:40 to play here. Team 2 up 16-15. They look for a lob to Clayton there, but pass was off on that one as Team 4 comes back down. Primer gets it back up, not quite in. Got a little back and forth action, another hammer. Oh, as Clayton just misses that one. He went for a home run on that one again. But some good ball hawking there by Team 2 to clean it up as we get another bucket out here. Team 2 now leading 19-15, 2 minutes to play.
That was Braden Whiting from Athens High School with the three-point shot in that last possession.
Thank you for that pickup. I was missing the number. Clayton shows his court vision as he gets the pass into Dunavir for the conversion. AJ Clayton doing a little bit of everything. Looks like he's going to take a little breather here as we're just under the 2-minute mark before our Elam kicks in. 21-15. We get a steal here and a transition bucket. Again, Dunavir with back-to-back buckets. Christian Dunavir from Shenandoah getting back-to-back buckets, showing some good play in the defensive end as well as he got that started. Evan Justice just missed a putback there as Jaden Bradshaw now moves the ball up the court. Back to Dunavir again.
It's on fire.
That is 7 straight points for Dunavir as he had 2 back-to-back buckets inside and then caps that one off with a 3 from the left wing. Saley now loses a handle here. Jaden Bradshaw comes back down. Nice pass over to Dunavir, up and under, and just off. Almost 9 straight there, but not quite. Team 2 on that 7-point stretch there for Dunavir has taken the lead 26-15 with 50 seconds left to play. Bradshaw pulls a deep three. And Team 2 flexing their muscle. Now 29-15, 14-point gap with 40 seconds to play. Mason Purvis had a little bit to say about that, though, as he answers back with a 3 of his own. 29-18, Team 2 leads. 30 seconds to play here before our Elam kicks in. Lori now surveying as he kicks up to Frazier. Frazier gets a little screen as he looks to drive the lane. He is stymied and kicks back up to the top now. Good defensive play from Purvis. Nice pass out to Saley. Saley looking to finish it off. Can't quite get it as it was defended well. Team 2 now coming back the other way as Dunavir shows a little bit of everything. Speed, handles, skills. Kisses it in at the other end as he gets yet another bucket. But Purvis answers with a 3 at the other end. I'm looking to see, yes, we're going to go ahead and count that one. So our score going to the Elam ending 31-21. 38 is our target score here, folks. 39, my apologies, plus 8. Thanks for the save there, Zach.
It's all good.
AJ Clayton using that size, but was well defended there. 31-21, Team 2 leads as Team 4 comes back, looking to get back into this one. Dunavir up to Clayton. Look out, folks. Ooh.
Well, nice little tomahawk there for the Philo native.
Yeah.
He's the biggest game-changing player in this event. I mean, when he's playing engaged and active.
He's doing a little bit of everything now. He gets the steal on the defensive end as well. Dunavir kicks out to Frazier. Frazier up and long, way off, but BD Laura is there for the cleanup. Team 2 takes the lead 35-21, and they are just a couple buckets away from ending this thing quickly. Team 4 now surveying as McGill got inside there, just off. Lori coming up the other end, kicks to Clayton, up with that sweet stroke, was just off, but Jaden Bradshaw with a putback lay-in. Man, Jaden Bradshaw,
I've loved his game.
He's been all over today. That was a beautiful finish, and good transition play there up to Primer as he converts for Team 4. Clayton almost got a piece of that, but good job from Primer to get that up and in before Clayton could get there.
Next bucket wins here for Team 2.
37-23 up. Dunavir up and just off. Clayton with the rebound to the other side. Frazier up and in. Team 2 will take this first play-in game away from Team 4. As AJ Clayton, Christian Dunavir, and Jaden Bradshaw get it done. 39-23 our final from this first play-in game. Looks like our other play-in game at the far end has yet to end. I can't quite see the score, but it looks like it might be 18-17. So certainly another highly contested game down there, but they have crossed that 10-minute mark there, and they're Elam ending as well.
We'll get a rematch here in our semifinal game between Team 1 versus Team 2. That was the very first game
we had, yep,
of our event. Team 1, who went 3-0 in the round robin, they will look to make it 2-0 against Team 2. They won 29-19 in that first game. That's a team. In that first matchup, Trent Hunley was the go-to guy.
Well, and I believe, Zach, in their round-robin games, Team 1 was the only undefeated team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they went 3-0. Our second seed, Team 6, was 2-1, and all the other 4 teams went 1-2. So that's something to look out for, see if they can make it 4-0. They did have a game off, and they're one of 2 teams to not play back-to-back. So keep an eye on that one. We'll see if, they stay hot. They've been off, and it's cold in here, so if you're off the floor for a while, you get a little frozen, and it may take you some time.
But they may have gotten a little bit of chance to catch their breath a little bit more. I know we had a decent-sized little break here. I guess we'll just see how it ultimately pays off. Our matchups, because we had 4 teams that were tied, we matched up the teams that had yet to play each other. In our initial round robin, 2 and 4 did not play. So we wanted to make sure everybody got a chance to play, almost everybody. I think we're missing just one matchup, but we may get that depending on how things work out here. As we move to our semifinal games, which will be coming up here shortly, again, we will have Team 1, our number 1 seed, coincidentally, will be taking on Team 2. So Team 1 versus Team 2 coming at you here. We're going to go ahead and take a short little break here before we move into our semifinal play. So for Zach Fleer and Seth Kime, we will be back momentarily.
we're back here at the Route 33 Challenge. We are on to our semifinal games. This is, as we mentioned earlier, a rematch of the very first game of the event between Team 1 and Team 2. Team 1, they would be wearing blue. They went a perfect 3-0 in the round-robin game. They just had a bye game, while Team 2 rebounded from a 1-2 round-robin start to win 39-23 in that semifinal game against Team 4. We'll see if they can ride that momentum. Seems like A.J. Clayton has gotten to a rhythm. Since that first game, is a little off from the first game, he's starting to impact the game. Both sides of the floor with his athleticism, three-point shooting ability, handling, shot blocking, literally doing everything. If they can keep riding him and then get good performances out of guys like Jaden Bradshaw, B.D. Lori, and Mason Frazier, I think they have a shot to really maybe get an upset here. They're a lot bigger than the other team.
Yes, indeed. But we saw that in that first game that it wasn't everything.
Yes.
Our late addition to Team 1, Trent Hundley, certainly took advantage in that first game. From what I can tell, looking around the rest of the event that we've had going on, that did not change. He's maintained a little lankier, not quite as built as Clayton, but he's got that extra step of speed that allowed him to take advantage a couple of times in that first matchup. So look for that to be a great matchup. And he'll need to get some help from Ward and Guffey as well. Those guys are going to have some big games as Team 2 looks to be catching their stride a little bit here as we move into that semifinal game. That extra play-in game may have just given them a little more momentum. They really looked comfortable together there. They were clicking on all cylinders there in our first play-in game. And then on the far court, which will be on our either the recording or the live stream, Team 5 will be taking on Team 6. Team 3 and Team 4 were the teams that were eliminated in the play-in games. So we just want to say thank you to those players for coming out, for playing hard. It's certainly a privilege to be able to get a look at these guys, and be able to provide them with the ability to showcase what they can do here. So hats off to those young gentlemen as they look. Some of them will stick around here to watch it, I'm sure. Others will do what normal high school kids do and go find something to do on a Saturday night, I guess.
Right. Fortunately for a lot of these guys, they're not too far from home here at Logan. Yep. It's kind of the perfect, it's the perfect middle point between, far southern Ohio, far eastern Ohio, and, for those guys from south central Ohio, it's a nice little spot for them. Only for me is, about an hour drive from Columbus. So
and even honestly from where Tony and I are at over in Dayton, a little 2-hour drive over, connected a couple little highways, but still not bad, and certainly picked a very, very good facility for it.
Can't get much better than this.
You kind of get the full scope of the gym here, as we've got our 3 courts here. Again, beautiful purple, gray, and black coloring here. I really like the royal purple. It makes everything pop in this gym. But definitely an outstanding facility. Looks like we just got a few more minutes here as these guys get warmed back up again. I'm sure Team 1 will appreciate that, as they've been sitting here for a little while. But then we will get fired right back up here. Again, we'll be playing a slightly extended regulation clock here, 10-minute clock, before we go to the Elam ending, which seemed to get some guys into a little bit more of a rhythm than before. A couple extra minutes with a running clock can make a big difference. So I liked how that turned out as well.
I just love the way in the Elam inning the game just changes. It just seems like when you turn that clock off, forces guys to play, and I've seen that all summer long in events I've been running. College coaches love it, the kids love it, and more often than not you get competitive endings. And in events like this, that's what you want, because some of these showcase style events can become really sloppy. So that's what we don't want, and that's why we put that Elam inning in place.
Well, and I think it's a good way to showcase some game management skills from some of these kids, or their game IQ. You know, what I noticed out of Team 2 in that once we hit the Elam ending, they didn't take many threes. They were still going inside and getting the smart buckets, taking the smart shots. I think it's a very interesting way to showcase maybe the mental aspect of the game as well.
Yes, absolutely.
But we will get underway, Team 1, Team 2, as Clayton gets the tip and BD Lorei brings the ball up for Team 2 as we get going here. Again, Team 2 is in white, Team 1 is in blue, as Bradshaw takes a long three and Hunley brings the ball back up the court for Team 1. Hunley drives the lane on Clayton.
It's a matchup
with a nice
I
little
love.
pump fake, and Hunley kisses it off the glass.
That first game, that was the matchup. That was the key to the game, really. Hunley outplayed Clayton in that first one. You can tell that he wants this matchup. He went right at him in the first possession.
Got him with a nice little pump fake and converted. Again, he's all over the place. Gets the tip on, gets the steal. As we come back down, Clayton used that body a little bit more here on this possession. Didn't want to get beat back-to-back possessions, but man, number 2, Ashton Mahaffey, long range playing here in his home auxiliary gym from Logan High School. Team 1 jumps out to an early lead, 5-0. Here through roughly our first minute of play here as BD Lorei surveys. Bradshaw gets a screen, looks to drive the lane, kind of gets stopped a little bit and loses control. We will see who takes possession here. It looks like Team 2 will maintain possession. AJ Clayton puts the ball back into play up top as Bradshaw gets it along the far wing. He looks to back down, gets in the lane to put a shot up, and gets the friendly bounce on the rim as Jaden Bradshaw gets the scoring open here for Team 2. 8:30 to play here in regulation time. Team 1 leading 5-2. Nice move there from Team 1.
Dawson Mills hitting the jumper.
It was Mills, number 40 from Peebles.
Crazy thing to think about is Kobe Mitchell was supposed to be on this team too, so.
Can only imagine, but looks like we made a good trade-off as we moved Hunley up. He certainly has been a huge addition to this team. Looks like we got a turnover from Team 2 here. Team 1 will put the ball back into play here. In just a moment or two, they are up 7-2, 7:45 to play here as Team 1 brings the ball back up the court. Mahaffey surveying, kicks back out to Hunley. Hunley, a long three, sweet stroke again. Finds the bottom of the net.
Didn't even touch the rim. I mean, that was pretty. He's been a stock riser. Quite possibly the biggest stock riser here today with his size at 6'5". And what he's done in that matchup, being a 22 guy, going against Clayton, he's went right at him.
And here again, a little stop and go, but Clayton got the best of him in there. A nice block by AJ Clayton. They turn it back around. Bradshaw up and in with the left hand. Nice finish on the other end from Bradshaw. I liked his play as well today too, Zach.
His motor's been high. He's hit a couple shots. If he can keep hitting those threes and showing that 3-and-D potential that he could have, he's got the toughness part figured out already. And there's Clayton going inside. Calls the foul.
Bodied a little bit.
Gets a little superstar call here. Team 2 trailing 10-4 here. I like Team 1. I mean, there are a lot of guys that we really didn't know a ton about coming into this event.
Clayton puts up a long three that just came up short, and who else but Hunley with the rebound for Team 1 as he brings the ball back down the court. Little stutter step, but gets it stripped by Dunavier. It was Dunavier. Yep, on that one. Looks like Dunavier tried to get down the lane, got a foul called, and he will take the ball up top for Team 2 as we reset. 6:20 to play. Team 1 up 10-4. Bradshaw now again showing some handles. Almost loses it, but recovers. Gets down the lane. Looks like he called a foul there as he went up. Again, Team 2 will reset at the top of the key here as we wind down to 6 minutes in regulation time here. BD Lorei comes back in after taking a quick breather for Team 2 as he kicks to Dunavier. Dunavier surveying, finds Clayton up at the top, kicks to Bradshaw. Bradshaw pulls a long three and finds nothing but netting. Jaden Bradshaw with all 7 points here, I believe, for Team 2 in the early going here. 10-7, Team 1 still leads.
Isaac Ward, nice pull-up.
Little mid-range jumper there as he gets Team 1 back on the scoring path. 12-7, 5:20 to play here. Frazier now for Team 2 surveys, drives the lane, fights it off, and finishes with a nice left hand. Used his body very well to protect the ball there as he went up and inside. 12-9, Team 1 leads. Nice stop there by Team 2 as they look to transition back the other way. Christian Dunavir, stop, pop, nothing but net.
See if they can get him going, because in that first game, when they extended that lead, it was him going on that 7-0 run.
Yes, it was. We are now all tied up, 12-12, 4:50 to play in regulation time as Hundley surveys for Team 1. Now Isaac Ward looks, he pulls up a sweet lefty three and just misses. Good rebound there. Dawson Mills looks for a three of his own, just rattles in and out. Dunavir now going the other way for Team 2. He looks again, looks for maybe a stop and pop, but drives the lane up and in. Dunavir back-to-back buckets for Team 2 as they take the lead 14-12, 4:20 to play here in regulation. Team 1 now, with the ball back, little stop and go, and a beautiful finish by Ward down low through what could have been contact had he called it.
You can tell looking at him, he skips no days in the weight room, so that's all weight room right there.
14-14 as we cross the 4-minute mark as B.D. Lori backs down, kicks to Jaden Bradshaw up, just off. As Team 1 looks to regain the lead here, 3:45. Dawson Mills just off there. B.D. Lori bringing the ball up, kicks to Bradshaw, little pump fake. Way to be patient there in transition as Mills went by and looks a little shaken up as he comes back down the court. Hopefully he's all right. Jaden Bradshaw, though, gets another bucket for Team 2 as they take the lead. 16-14, 3:24 to play. Team 1 now looking to make something happen. Dunavir head for the ball, gets it in transition. He says, nope.
That's a high percentage shot right there.
Guess who's there? A.J. Clayton with the follow. And if you're Team 1, you got to try to put a body on him, or he's going to do that all game long. 18-14, as Team 2 now stretches their lead 18-14. 2:55 to play in regulation. B.D. Lori with a three of his own, in and out. Mills gets the rebound. Dunavir puts a little pressure on Mahaffey there as he looked to inbound the ball. Mahaffey now over to Guffey. Guffey looked to drive the lane on B.D. Lori. Great defensive play by Lori. Hundley now along the baseline, kicks back out to Guffey. Guffey for three is off. Dunavir now coming the other way for Team 2 as he shows some patience, finds Clayton, thought about it once.
Big shot.
Decided no, but then pulled the trigger, finds the bottom of the net, A.J. Clayton. And man, does he
11-2 run.
Again, sweet stroke for Clayton, for such a big guy. This kid can shoot. 21-14 is our lead. Team 2 now trying to put some pressure on Team 1 here as we round down to the 2-minute mark of regulation time before our Elam ending. Team 1 needs to get a basket here. They've gone dry a couple possessions here, but Mills comes down the lane, was defended well and is just off. Dunavir now takes it back down, shows some great handles, head for where his players were at. Lori then kicks it out to the far wing. I believe that's Mason Frazier with a sweet stroke again.
A great pass by B.D. Lori, getting in, drawing some pressure, delivering a great pass to the weak side corner.
Team 2 now extends their lead to 10 points here as we are at the 125 mark, 24-14. Team 2 definitely showing that they've maintained their rhythm and have kept their hot hands going here. Ooh, tough drive there from Mahaffey. He looks a little shaken up. We'll hope he's all right as play goes the other way. Turnover. Team 1 comes back. Little look-off snake eyes there from Isaac Ward as he finds Blake Guffey on the blind side as Guffey converts. Gets them back to their scoring ways as they end the drought now. 24-16, 50 seconds left in regulation.
For Team 1, only having 5 guys, we'll see if that has an impact on them. They haven't had A.J. Clayton almost takes a dive right in front of us. They haven't had any rest here today, so other than the breaks that we've had.
They didn't get the game off in between, so I'm hoping that helped them out a little bit. But as in good a shape as most of these guys are, I think they're hanging in there well, but I think Team 2 has just found their stride here in the last couple of games. We are now 20 seconds left here in regulation play. Team 2 leading 24-16 as Dunavier moves the ball to Bradshaw. Back to Dunavier now. Back to Bradshaw. As Jaden Bradshaw puts on some handles of his own. Looks like they were just stalling out the clock here to get to our Elam ending now.
Strategic.
Yup. So we've got 24-16 is our score at current moment as we head to the Elam ending.
Target score 32, so Team 1 has the 1 seed coming, and they're going to have to basically
double up what they've done so
duplicate
far.
what they just did.
Yes, sir.
And it can be done. I mean,
so 8's the magic number for Team 2. Team 1 needs to put out as much as they have so far. They need 16. So advantage Team 2. Clayton gets a quick pass and puts up a 3 that's just off. Hundley gets the rebound for Team 1 as they look to get back in transition. He slows it up a bit. A little give and go with, I believe, Guffey, who tried an up and under and missed. Isaac Ward tried a rebound. His putback attempt was off. Mason Frazier now up the other end of the court. Kind of lost the handle there, and I believe Mills pulled down the rebound for Team 1. He moves it up to Mahaffey. Mahaffey drives the lane, kicks to the far wing, shot up and off.
Great contest from Clayton.
Yup, I think anybody would have been hard-pressed to make that. Beatty Laura on the other end drives. Great defensive play from Mills. Laura took a little bit of a tough fall there, but Mills, sweet little up and under move there to be able to find the lane and convert as he lays that in. 24-18, Team 2 still leading. Nice little pop pass over the top, but a good defensive effort from Team 1. So Team 2 will reset now as Dunavier looks to inbound the ball up top. He kicks to Clayton, who thinks about a 3, drives the lane, spins, and kind of gets taken down a little hard by Mills there. Clayton a little frustrated with that one, but he'll reset as Frazier puts the ball back into play. Back up to Clayton. And in and out for A.J. Clayton. Trent Hundley with another rebound as he brings the ball up. Shows some beautiful court vision and a wonderful pass into Blake Guffey as Guffey gets another lay-in here. Team 1 closing that gap a little bit, Zach. We're 24-20 now.
I mean, there's no clock. Possession by possession, this is how you can make a run. And it causes teams to tighten up a little bit in that Elam inning. When that lead starts evaporating.
Ooh, Dunavier finally gets the 3 that Team 2's been searching for the last couple of possessions. 27-20 now.
5 points away.
Yes, sir.
Dunavier has been kind of the spark plug for them
Isaac Ward with a great left-handed drive and lay-in. He gets a lay-in of his own. 27-22 now. Team 2 still leading as Beatty Lori brings the ball up. Beatty Lori kind of surveying here. Clayton tried to set a little screen there, but Lori said he was going to do it himself. A little behind the back pass, a nice little find to Dunavier. Kind of got himself out of trouble. Dunavier drives to his left, pulls up in the lane, just off. Mills with the rebound. Mills hands off to Mahaffey, who decides to take his time getting the ball up the court. As Team 1 looks to try to pull this a little bit closer yet. They're 10 away. Again, 27-22. Team 2 leads. Ward now with a deep 3, bang, 25-27 now, 2-point deficit as
We're tied.
Team 1 has fought their way back in here.
Stopping
Beatty
a bucket.
Lori bringing the ball up for Team 2, drives to his left, kicks it to the far wing, back to Clayton. Clayton up and answers the 3. Team 2 now 1 bucket away, 30-25. Again, 32 is our target score here. Ward says, I'm feeling it, pulls another one in bottom of the net. Back to back for Ward as he answered A.J. Clayton from the other end, 30-28. We've got a 1-possession game and 1 bucket away here for Team 2 as they look to advance to the finals. Frazier goes to Clayton. Team 2 looks like they're being a little bit patient here, trying to find that matchup that's going to get them the bucket they need. They just need 2. If I was Team 2, I'd be going down low to Clayton here. Beatty Lori surveying, skip pass up, shot is up, no good. Clayton knocks it out, but Trent Hundley finds himself with it on the other end, gets a little hit. And looks like he may have gotten a hit, but did not call a foul on it.
Thing is, man, the kids call the foul, so if you get hacked and you don't call it,
that's
it's on you.
No one to blame but yourself.
Exactly, and that's the thing I like to do with these guys too, is make them communicate. Nope, man, there's B. Laura.
Unfortunately for Hunley, he did not call that, and the ball finds itself into B.D. Lori's hands as he finds the bottom of the net and propels Team 2 into our final matchup. So our final here, 33-28. Tell you what, Zach, this Team 2 is on a stinking roll heading into this final game.
I think they won their last matchup. They might have started 0-2, and here they are, 3 straight wins.
3 straight now.
That's the advantage sometimes. When you don't have that bye, you get that first game under your sails, and it just propels you to keep going. That's what we're seeing right now. They seem to be in a rhythm. They have quite a few guys that are scoring. Obviously, it starts with Clayton. Team 2 versus Team 5.
So Team 5 has eliminated Team 6 in our other semifinal matchup.
That means the top 2 seeds both eliminated in those semifinal games. So
you have to wonder, did the
bye
have something to do with maybe the rhythm that they were in? Given these other, Team 2 and Team 5, one extra game to find some rhythm. To build, what chemistry they can in a couple quick games here today. Certainly Team 2 seems to have found some of that chemistry.
Absolutely. I mean, they're a well-balanced unit. I've really liked the way guys like Jaden Bradshaw have played. Christian Dunavier has been very good. The senior from Shenandoah, he was one of the better scorers out in his area this past season. He's shown it. He's been the spark plug for them. But they have role players like Braden Whiting and Mason Frazier that have stepped up and just done their job for them, and that's really is why they've made it here to the title game.
So we will see A.J. Clayton once again as he, Lori, Bradshaw, Frazier, Dunavier, Whiting look to take on Team 5. Team 5, we've got Trey Robertson back here from Waverly, Aiden Porter, Luke Merritt, Kyle Sexton, Cam Dias-Rogers, and Will Futhi. So a couple of Waverly teammates over here on Team 5. Looking to see if they can't get the win here in this finals matchup. Looks like Team 2 is going to maintain their white jerseys. Looks like Team 5 will be wearing blue for this one. We're going to take a short 3-minute breather break here, potentially. What it looks to be on the clock here, just as we give these guys a second to catch their breath, get some water. So we will take a brief pause here.
All right, we're back here at the Route 33 Challenge at Logan High School, just about 20 seconds out before our final matchup between Team 2 and Team 5. Both of these teams have battled back from that first round. Neither one of them had a bye, but they had to knock off the top-seeded teams in Team 1 and Team 6, and they did just that. Team 5 makes it here after taking down Team 6. Trey Robertson from Waverly High School hit the game winner, looking to, make it another win here if they can make it 3 straight and win the title at the very first Route 33 Challenge. Team 2 has some star power between AJ Clayton from Philo, BD Lori from Caldwell. I really like the Jaden Bradshaw kid from Fayetteville, and then Christian Dunavere has been very good from Shenandoah as well. So
they've been one of those teams that everyone has gotten involved. There's not been a name that we haven't called today. Some of the other teams, some of the kids had a little bit slower days today. We didn't call everyone's name as often as it seems like we're calling the full roster here for Team 2. But looks like we're getting ready to get underway here, Zach. And I'll tell you what, Cam Dias-Rogers and Will Futhi are going to have their hands full. Looks like Dias-Rogers, I believe, will draw the matchup with Clayton. As we get ready to go here for our final here from the Route 33 Classic. We are underway as, no surprise again, Clayton dominates the tip.
Team 2 is in white, Team 5 is in blue here.
Yep, so Clayton now with the ball as we get underway here in the early goings of our final here. As Clayton moves the ball around here. Christian Dunavere, a long fadeaway 3 that went long. Clayton with a big rebound, but Team 5 with the heady play as Trey Robertson now has the ball for Team 5. Kyle Sexton now drives lane, kicks it out to Dias-Rogers, who's just off. Looks like Braden Whiting came up with that rebound as Mason Frazier brings the ball up, kicks to Clayton. Clayton with a long 3 as he got bumped. He's not going to call it either. So got a little bit of gamesmanship going on here. Maybe not calling fouls as often as they would be called in.
Teenagers also not wanting to communicate verbally. That could also be.
Could be, yeah. We also don't have any officials out here with whistles, so that certainly plays a
If you could call fouls through Instagram stories and Snapchat stories, these kids would do that a lot better than they would verbally.
Yep. Ooh, Trey Robertson with a sweet handle there as he pays off a little mid-range jumper to get the scoring started as Team 5 takes a 2-0 lead here as we cross a minute 20 into this one. 8:40 to play. Whiting with the ball now for Team 2. He kicks to Frazier up top. Frazier playing a little pop with Clayton. Clayton gets the pass. His 3 just off as he came up short. Team 5 now bringing the ball back up the court as Robertson looks to direct. Sexton along the wing drives to the middle, goes low. His shot was deflected. Got his own rebound back up. Cam Dias-Rogers up. Cannot get the friendly roll as Clayton cleans up the boards for Team 2 and looks to go the length of the court. He was harassed the whole way down. And I believe Team 2 will retain possession.
Slow start for Team 2. We're more than 2 minutes through. They have yet to score. Slow start for both teams, really. It's been some sloppy play early on. Could be fatigue setting in, for these teams. Their 6th game today. Really only 1 break between that, so... if you're out of shape, this is not the event to play in because it's back to back to back to back.
As we get a deflection here from Team 5, Team 2 will reset up top. Dunavere looking to trigger it into Bradshaw. Bradshaw with a little Harden-esque step back there. Might have gotten away with a little arm as Clayton drives the lane and gets somewhat taken out.
Looks like he twisted his ankle there on that drive.
Will Futhi. Yeah, a little shaken up here.
Looks like he's going to stay in, though. He's a tough kid.
Looks like he'll be all right, though. Hopefully it was just a slight little tweaker roll. As we get started, Dunavere then pulls from the left wing, finds the bottom of the net. Man, that kid's got a sweet stroke.
He's a spark plug for that squad. When he gets going, they get going.
Yes, sir. So Dunavere opens the scoring for Team 2 as they now lead 3-2 as they get the rebound, and Bradshaw brings the ball back down. Kind of finds himself with an open shot as he turned around, but just off. And Trey Robinson will bring the ball up for Team 5.
AJ Clayton just went out with the ankle, so we'll see if he doesn't come back. It definitely changes this game because they become a lot more normally sized without the 6'9" big man.
Very nice hustle play there, but unfortunately Team 2 comes up with it. and they get back down the court. Robertson finds himself with the rebound as he surveys the court as they come back down. Kyle Sexton gets the pass, puts up the three that is just off, but good backside rebound. Putback attempt just did not go there for Luke Merritt. Bradshaw now drives down the lane, tough defended.
And he calls a foul.
And
I mean, there's a kid calling the foul. It's always funny in these events where, you know, offense calls fouls, kid gets hacked, doesn't say anything and throws his hands up. I'm like, who are you mad at? You have the power.
It's all right. But Bradshaw will kick back to Frazier here. Frazier drives the lane. Ooh, just misses with the right hand lay-in attempt. As Team 5, Trey Robinson finds the ball in the corner.
Pretty jumper.
Buried it, Trey Robinson.
He's got all 5 here for Team 5 so far. That kid's just a gamer. I mean, it's the type of event that I thought he could take over, and he's done it so far, having his team in the finals. And
very nice assist on his bucket from Aiden Porter.
Christian Dunavere.
Who else but Christian Dunavere? He has all 5 for Team 2. So Dunavere and Robertson doing all the scoring.
Aiden Porter strikes back.
Porter gets a 3 of his own after assisting Robertson on his. Team 5 now leads 8-5, 5:10 to play in regulation time as Lori, sweet handle, tries a little jumper in the lane that falls off. Porter the other way.
Good.
Defended well by Dunavere, but finishes on the left side. Nice bucket there by Aiden Porter.
All 15 points scored by 3 different guys now, with Porter with 5 points, Robertson with 5 points, and Dunavere with 5 for Team White. So
Dunavere tries his luck again. That's just off, but Team 5 now has a 5-point lead. 10-5, 4:40 to play. As Merritt pulled from the far wing, just off. Braden Whiting with the rebound as he kicks the ball up. Bradshaw moves it back up to the top to Frazier. Frazier goes left, kicks to the corner to Bradshaw with a deep 3.
Needed
Bang.
that one. They needed that one.
Team 2 needed that one as they close the gap now. 2-point game, 10-8. Team 5 leading as we are around the 4:10 mark. Aiden Porter tries his luck at 3 again. Kyle Sexton finds himself with the rebound. Tries a nifty little pass, but does not quite connect. And Team 2 will take over the possession as we cross our 4-minute mark. They find themselves down 2, 8-10. Team 5 with the lead.
With Clayton out, though, I'd like to see Bradshaw get a little more involved. Lori's had a slow start to the game, and Dunavere
tried again, but just off as Porter finds the rebound, gets out in transition. Over to Robertson, out to Sexton as he drives, loses the handle, kicks it back up top to Merritt, to Robertson. Robertson gets a nice screen, pull up.
That's
bang!
Oh.
Man, great screen there by Kyle Sexton. And Robertson with that lefty stroke, as soon as he got around that screen, pulled and popped and finds the net again. 13-8 as Bradshaw answers with a 3 of his own for Team 2.
Like Jaden Bradshaw a lot
Team
today.
13 now leads to 13-11. Luke Merritt tries his luck from the wing. No go. Bradshaw with the long side rebound. Kyle Sexton with a nice little tap steal as he looks, slows down, pops it over to Porter. Porter up, cannot quite convert. As Dunavere and Futhi fought for the rebound there, looks like it will be Team 5's ball as the ball went out on Dunavere. And AJ Clayton's still sitting for Team 2. Nice entry pass there from Robertson to Will Futhi as he converts. We are now sitting at 15-11 with 2:25 to go. Bradshaw now has the ball, tries the wing, little fancy footwork. He called it called a travel, but it looks like we're just gonna slowly bring it up, and I guess they're gonna call that a reset as he just kind of taps the ball to Robertson. Robertson to Porter now. Porter surveys, gets a screen from Futhi, back up top to Sexton. Sexton tries left, tries right, goes left, little turnaround jumper, no go. Robertson finds the ball, little pump fake, drives the lane, tries the right-handed finish, but does not get it to go. Foul was called.
It's like
they called it out.
Clayton's going to try and maybe come back in. My guess is that he'll wait till the Elam ending.
I think that would be the smart play here. You know, we hope He's okay. But Team 2 here looking to try to get back a little closer as Frazier tries the three. Aiden Porter finds the rebound for Team 5 on the long end. Gets out in transition. Fancy handles back to Robertson. Robertson along the baseline to Merritt. Merritt drives, little right-handed floater on the baseline.
Yeah, Robertson's first step is so quick. I mean, he gets by guys, and then he's just got the intelligence and just the feel to make the right play every single time.
That stretches their lead 17-11. AJ Clayton back in the game now. Takes a quick three and just off as Kyle Sexton gets the rebound and looks to advance for Team 5. He finds some fancy handles and finds Futhi out to Robertson up top. Robertson back to Sexton. Little pump fake on Clayton. Perhaps AJ's moving a little slower than he normally would. Porter finds the ball up top, pulls and pops, and bang, Aiden Porter. Team 5 trying to stretch that lead as we're under 40 seconds now. 20-11 with 30 seconds to go as Beatty Lori is just off. Gets his own rebound, drives baseline, fights, little fancy footwork. Great defense there by Porter. Futhi gets the rebound back to Porter. Porter tried to find Merritt, but it was deflected. Clayton gets the rebound, or gets the steal then up to Beatty Lori. Kicks out to Dunavir. Dunavir, little miss handoff back to Whiting. His shot off as Kyle Sexton brings the ball back up for Team 5. He makes a nifty little pass to Futhi and converts. Futhi again stretching this lead out as we have come to the end of the regulation time. Score 22-11. Team 5 doubling up Team 2 here. Our target score will be 30. And Zach, as we get started here, what is Team 2 going to have to do to get?
They got to get stops. I mean, more than anything, they got to get stops and find a way. When Clayton went out, it was a tightly contested game, and then everything just changed. And obviously, without him in there, this team is not nearly as good as what they were coming into this game. So if he can just be at least 80%, they can get some stops. You can easily come back. They're only down 9. That's just a couple possessions. But with the shooting that this team has, Trey Robertson right there in particular, that'll be tough to do, but they can do it.
Yep. Team 2, though, got a quick bucket early going from Frazier. And now Bradshaw is pulling his shot that is just off, but Beatty Lori finds himself with the ball in his hands. Little pump fake go. Not quite, but fights it off. Tries to get a tip back out. Seems as if the ball went out off of Futhi, so Team 2 will maintain possession. They have gotten the only bucket here so far as Bradshaw now along the baseline. Little pump fake. Nice move by Bradshaw, but he can't quite convert the bucket. Ball off of Dias Rogers there. So Team 2 will still maintain possession again. We've got no clock here for our Elam ending. Score is 22-13. Team 5 needing 8 points. Team 2 needing 17.
There's B. Lori finally getting something to fall. That's a kid that can really score. If they can get him going, first it's going to start with stops, but if Lori can start getting it going, getting shots to fall, that'll change their fortunes for sure.
So with that bucket there, Lori makes it 22-15 as they've gone on a 4-0 run here to start. Clayton moves it up along to Frazier. They are now on a 6-0 run to start this Elam ending period, 22-17. Now you're only down 5 if you're Team 2.
No, it's a totally different game now. We've seen that when a team's had a bigger lead, it seems like they just kind of let their foot off the gas a little bit in the Elam ending. That gives those trailing teams a chance if they can score here again. Ooh.
Nice block there by Will Futhi. Clayton got the stop on the other end. They got out in transition, but Will Futhi, I believe, denying Frazier there for another attempt. Clayton will inbound to Bradshaw.
This would be a great time for a Dunavir 3.
Yes, it
Beatty Lori 3, one of those guys, if they can get going.
But if they can find something inside, Clayton's going to pull. And he's just off, but Dunavir finds the rebound. He gets inside, converts with his right hand.
Here it is.
8-0 run by Team 2, 22-19 here.
All you got to do is win 11-7 now, and that can easily be done. It's a heck of a lot easier than scoring 19 and only giving up 7. So that 8-0 run changes everything. And again, that's why Elam ending, it's the best way to end at least a basketball game in this type of setting.
Robertson drives and is just off. He takes a hard spill onto the bleachers down on the baseline. That could not have felt good. BD Lori kicks to Jaden Bradshaw. Pump fake pull for 3. Bradshaw just off his Futhi rebounds. He was harassed briefly by Dunavir. Up to Cam Dias-Rogers, who gets a nice contest on Frazier. Gets a nice contest. My apologies. To get a stop. Futhi gets the rebound. A little bit of wild action there, but Will Futhi finds himself with the ball, and he gets the first bucket to to end the drought for Team 5 as they now lead 24-19. Again, 30 our target score. AJ Clayton finds himself with the ball for Team 2 as he kicks to Lori. Lori's going to try a 3. Man, that would be big and just off. Dunavir fights for the rebound, finds himself back into Lori's hands. He makes a nice move in traffic and gets a nice finish. 24-21. Team 5's lead is cut to 3 here. Again, 30 is our target score. Dias-Rogers kicks out to Sexton, who pulls and is just off. Clayton looked like if his ankle might have been feeling better, he could have gotten that rebound, but instead it finds its way back to Aiden Porter. He puts up a little floater just off. Dias-Rogers almost got the rebound. Excuse me. But it looks like a foul may have been called because the ball went out on Rogers. Or Dias-Rogers, excuse me. But Robertson looks like he will be the one to put the ball back into play for Team 5 here, Zach.
If you're White, you need to stop big time. I mean, you cannot give really anything up here. Only down 3. It's a heck of a lot harder to come back when you're down 5 or 6 points.
Well, they've clawed their way back. The hard fight's only just begun. Aiden Porter now surveying, showing off some handles up here at the top of the key. As Team 5 looks to try to get a little closer to that 30-point mark. Porter's shot just off. Dunavir gets the rebound. He gets out in transition, slows down, pulls up a 3. Bang! Dunavir.
Here we go.
24-24.
Nothing now.
Nothing now. First to 6 is going to win this game. Again, 24-24 as Robertson surveys. Robertson out to Porter.
Keep in mind, they were down 22-11.
Goes left, drives, puts it up with the right hand. Nice finish by Aiden Porter through traffic. 26-24. But Team 5 does not get back. Jaden Bradshaw gets open, a wide open 3 up, but that's just off. Robertson now pushing the ball back for Team 5. He kicks to Porter. Porter's going to pull 3. Bang!
That's big.
29-24.
Next
so
bucket
Team
wins.
5 is on a 1 bucket to end it.
Aiden Porter's been a guy all day long. It's just, he's caught rhythm, and he's kind of been their energy guy for them. And
you can tell he's feeling it after that last drive in 3. They find themselves 1 basket away as BD Lori drives the lane. His shot just off. Robertson drives the right side here. Looks like BD Lori might have
called the foul on the other end of the floor.
And called the foul. So we will reset here.
That's a good call. It was just a little late.
But, I don't blame him. I'd be calling
something
it
you'd
too.
expect out of NBA refs here. But.
So 29-24, Team 5 leading. Team 2 looking to try to claw just a little closer.
Team 2, man, if you get a 3, you stop another 3, you win. I mean, it can be ended that quickly. So,
or if you happen to find yourself inside, a couple quick 2-point buckets inside, but Clayton's going to test a 3 and just off, and he hasn't looked quite the same since he went out with that ankle injury.
He's still limping.
Unfortunately, Dunavir tries to take it away from Porter here, loses his balance, but kicked it to Merritt. Merritt with a 3 to end it. Looks like, yep, that will end it. I don't know, looked like it was very close to being out of bounds, but it looked like Porter saved it. Merritt put up the 3 to end it. So Team 5 will win this final, and they are the Route 33 Challenge champions.
And that Team 5 consists of Trey Robertson from Waverly, Aiden Porter from Fairland, Luke Merritt, who hit the game-winning shot from Union Local, Kyle Sexton from Glenwood, Cam Dias-Rogers from Taze Valley, and Will Futhi, also from Waverly. Congrats to these young men. Team 2, who loses in the semifinal, or in the final round, Mason Frazier from Logan, BD Lori from Caldwell, Christian Dunavir from Shenandoah, Braden Whiting from Athens, AJ Clayton from Philo, and Jaden Bradshaw from Fayetteville. Well-played event, well-played game. I'm very impressed with the way these guys have performed today, and congrats to Team 5 on the victory.
Yeah, and I mean, This was a very hard-fought battle by both of these teams. The game certainly changed when Clayton went out after tweaking that ankle a little bit, so we'll hope he's okay. Outstanding performances throughout the day, though, from both of these teams. But some heck of performances here by Team 5 here. Trey Robertson, Aiden Porter really came through in this final game. But Sexton, Dias Rogers, Futhi battling with their size all game long, and Luke Merritt throwing in a little bit as well. So hats off to these guys on a hard-fought battle and a great day of basketball. I can't say enough for our partners here, the Ohio Media School and Score on Air. Thank you all for all your hard work in helping us to broadcast this event and to make this happen for everyone that's watching and listening out here. So thank you again. We want to say thank you to Logan High School for allowing us to utilize the Chieftain Center here. Such a beautiful facility and has been a great venue for this event. I know Zach and Tony are very thankful for all the partners and help that they got here today. But that looks like that will wrap things up here from the Route 33 Challenge. Again, I had with me Zach Fleer from 270 Hoops. Check out their stuff, guys. They do great work. I am Seth Keim from Southwest Ohio Full Court Press over in Dayton, Ohio. And your other host, who was our master of events here today, was Tony Peters from Prep Hoops, Ohio. So from all three of us, again, thank you to everyone who tuned in, to all the players, to our media partners. We hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Saturday. Thank you again, and congratulations to Team 5. Again, Trey Robertson, Aiden Porter, Luke Merritt, Kyle Sexton, Cam Dias Rogers, and Will Futhi. Until next time, guys, thank you all.